Hello everyone, my name is Jeremy and welcome to part 1 of this series about the original SNES Megami Tensei titles, and whether or not they are worth playing today. In this part we'll be talking about Kyuuyaku Megami Tensei, which is a remake of the first two Megaten titles. Now, let's get into it. Visual Devil Story Megami Tensei starts out like this. Basically, you do call Nakajima and you've made a program that summons demons. And a bunch of demons come out like Lucifer and all that stuff. And there's like a big tower that rises up, and Izanami is sealed in the bottom, and you gotta go save her basically. I don't really know the story too well. I'm just going off the intro. Right off the bat, you don't really know what's going on, so you basically just have to roll with it. That's the stuff you're used to if you played any games before. Even games like Persona, you'd be at least pretty familiar with the mechanics at play here. You have demon negotiations and fusion. But being the first game in the series, these mechanics are pretty bare bones. Demon negotiation in this game basically involves you hitting the persuade button and then giving them money. There's no real nuance to it at all. Now, if you play any SMT games, or even any game at all for the story like myself, this game is not worth playing like at all right off the bat. There's hardly any content to keep you going. It's just a straight dungeon crawl. If you're into that. Right out the gate, I really don't like this game. The encounter rate annoys me. All the rooms look the same and I get lost pretty often. The combat is the same basic system we're all used to by now. As mentioned above, you can summon demons. In these first couple of games, it actually costs money to summon the demons at all, which is really annoying. It's really annoying. The eyes of a modern player is just too rough, too basic. I don't recommend this game, but if you like a straight dungeon crawl, or if you're a real hardcore Mega SMT fan who injects melted copies of Nocturne into your veins, there may be a little something here for you to enjoy. It does have really good music though. I have never been able to use the escape function effectively. It has never worked for me. So I usually just end up dying. Honestly, this game's not very fun. Just in general. It's a sort of slow crawl into madness, to be honest. Even making this video was a bit of a problem because I had to play it in order to, make the actual video. I have not finished the game. I do not plan to finish the game, and honestly, just play something else. Visual Devil Story Megami Tensei is also based on a book of the same name. As well, these games were never actually released in the United States normally, as far as I'm aware. I am currently playing a fans translated version for the Super Nintendo. I will probably send a link to these games in the description if you want to play them after the video. As well as, if I'm able to find out who they are, I'll probably also link them in the description as well, just to show some respect for translating these games. I'd like to apologize now, this segment is too short. This game is really just a basic NES dungeon crawler. There isn't too much to say. other than its importance to the Shin Megami Tensei franchise. If you want to play these games, I will have a link in the description to these to the ROMs. And if you want to play either of these, I'd probably recommend Megami Tensei 2 over this one, just because it has a little bit of story to it. Digital Devil's story in Megami Tensei 2 starts out more interesting than the first almost immediately. Essentially, the world has been blown up and demons have run amok in this world. You and your friend are living within the shelter, and he asks you to show him how to beat the Minotaur in the game Devil Buster. You actually start the game already in Devil Buster without being told, and it kind of freaked me out when I went to the save man, and it allowed me to quit back into the real world. Basically, Devil Buster, an easier recreation of the first dungeon, Daedalus, from the first game. Your given mission is to kill Minotaur as stated. You do a couple floor puzzles, collect demons, and grind it out for a little bit, not too long. And then you face Minotaur. After you kill him, you get the Orb of Silence. The Orb of Silence allows you to head to the statue, and once you place it within the statue, you revive the real, actual Pazuzu. He gives you your Devil Buster demons, and claims to be a messenger from God. He basically calls you Messiah. You and your pal accept this role a little too eagerly in my opinion, and you set out on your adventure. This is just the first 30 minutes of the game, and I've already said this much. Compared to the first game, this one's actually pretty fun. The combat is basically the same, but you explore the overworld in a way more akin to Final Fantasy, and it works pretty well for it. While the story stuff is pretty basic, there is enough here to keep things pretty interesting. I haven't finished the game yet, but I'm wondering about Pazuzu's actual motivation, as he's usually depicted as being evil in most media. The whole Messiah thing is kinda interesting as well, so already I like it a lot more than the first. Though the encounter rate is a little bananas. It's not a lot, but for what it was originally an NES game, it's pretty good. I enjoyed my time with this game, and I'll probably finish it once this video series is complete. Out of the NES originals, I'd say this is the one to play. Thank you for watching my video. Hopefully next time we'll move on to something a bit more substantial.